Hello and welcome to Track by Track Reviews. My name's Rory Sullivan. A bit of a different setting today. We're in my downstairs bar. Don't ask me why, but I couldn't film upstairs today. It's Father's Day. My dad's asleep upstairs. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about the album Becoming Jackal by Villagers. And Villagers is a band from Ireland led by Conor O'Brien, who I think is a really talented songwriter and has got a lot of promise. And most of the songs on this album are sort of folksy, acoustic stuff, nothing experimental or anything like that. He's not really breaking any new ground, but he's just really talented, and he writes some really good songs, and he's got some really strong lyrics that really make you think. And the kind of songs he writes are pretty personal, but also very relatable, sort of like a Bon Iver. The first song on the album is called I Saw the Dead, and this is the first song that I heard a few months ago listening to NPR on their South by Southwest coverage. There was something about this song that just really jumped out at me and got me interested into the album. Really creepy lyrics, a creepy little piano part, and a nice slow build till the end. There's that creepy piano part, but what really makes this song creepy is the lyrics. And here's some of them. Let me show you the back room where I saw the dead dancing like children on a midsummer morn, and they asked me to join. But my body was stubborn, wouldn't let me give in, so I offered a good deed in return for a sin. And then there's also, and we will be thankful, and we will be fed. You take the torso, and I'll take the head. When he said, you take the torso, I knew what was coming next, but it was still creepy as fuck to hear him say that. And while he's Irish, the accent doesn't really go over into the way that he sings. So you can, and the way that he sings and the production and everything, really easy to hear. You can make out all the words, not like Tom York or anything where he's like mumbling. By the way, I love you, Tom York. Don't take that the wrong way. But yeah, you can really hear every single word, which is great because there's some good lyrics to hear. The next song is the title track, Becoming a Jackal. This is the single also. And this is one of the best songs on the album, for sure. Almost mainly for its lyrical content. It's just really well written. It's a very personal song, and it's just got a lot of heart, too. He demonstrates his songwriting abilities with lyrics like, every implement was leading to you, and your homely sense of disarray, never once the same, always rearranged. Homely sense of disarray. What a brilliant way to put it. And then also, I was a dreamer, staring at windows, out onto the main street, because that's where the dream goes. This song is just really well written lyrically, and that's what sucked me in at first. But I wasn't too crazy about the melody of the song until later. And that's what's great, is the lyrics sucked you in, and then the melodies slowly catch on as you continue to listen to the song. Just a really good song. The next song, Ship of Promises, immediately opens up with more energy than the other songs. A lot more prominent guitar and drums on the ride cymbal. There isn't as much to this song lyrically, I think. It's definitely not bad, but it doesn't grab you like the two previous tracks. But it's a pretty good song. I will say that after 4.5 minutes, it does overstay its welcome a little bit, but it fits on the album, and it's a good song. The next song, The Meaning of the Ritual, for me is one of the most personal songs on the album. Its slow, calm atmosphere makes me feel like this would be a really good closing song, but nonetheless, it's still a great song. Lyrics like, my love is selfish, and I bet that yours is too. My love is selfish, and it cares not who it hurts. It will cut you out to satisfy its thirst. Just really heartfelt and kind of a hard thing for someone to admit, I think, but he does it. Instrumentally, there's really almost nothing going on. It's kind of just him and his guitar, some other sounds in there, but once again, it's the lyrics that are the highlight, and I think that's what really stands out with this song. The next song, Home, is one of the most melodically pleasing songs on the album. The background vocals play the part of a hook that is a big part of the song, the wake me when we're almost halfway. And there's a little piano part that plays a big part also. And once again, there's some powerful singing towards the end that sounds really good. The next song, That Day, is also another one of those songs that's really melodically pleasing. It's not too complex, but it's really catchy. Lyrically, once again, it doesn't grab you like previous songs, but I like the structure, and the song is strong enough melodically to where it isn't really a problem. The first couple times I heard this song, I just threw it in the category of meh, but It slowly grew on me, and it's a really catchy song. The next song, The Pact, I'll Be Your Fever, right off the bat reminds me of the song Chicken with Its Head Cut Off by the Magnetic Fields. Just that little bass and drum reminds me a lot of that. But aside from that, the melody really isn't that strong. The lyrics don't suck you in. And it's really just an average song for me. Probably my least favorite on the album. And just the whole part, You Be My Master and I'll Be Your Fever, it just doesn't do anything for me at all. And honestly, I usually just skip past this song. The next song, Set the Tigers Free, is a really, really beautiful song. There's a hint of sadness in his voice for this song that really adds to the mood. And it's a nice kind of change, because the last couple songs haven't been as good lyrically, and it's nice to kind of go back to this. The piano and guitar also do a good job of adding to that mood. And then lyrics like True Love Feeds on Absences, like Pleasure Feeds on Pain, just great stuff once again. The next song, 27 Strangers, has this great folk melody at the beginning, sung in sort of hums or oohs. That melody is later copied by a piano later in the song. It sounds really good together. It's just a beautiful little melody that really makes the song. I definitely wouldn't say it's one of the best songs on the album, but it's very, very good. The next song, Pieces, has sort of this like Beatles Oh Darling kind of feel, like it's like a 50s prom or something, but I think there's more depth to it. He starts off by saying that for a long, long time I've been in pieces. And then he goes on talking about how he's handing off these pieces to certain people. It's a little corny, but I kind of like it actually. And this song actually, I just kind of overlooked it at first, but I think it's also one of the most relatable songs on the album. He talks about how even he, who has written some really good lyrics here, has trouble saying things to certain people, which I think we can all relate to. It does a good job of painting him as your everyday kind of guy who has, you know, troubles explaining how he feels to people. It is a little long, but it's really, really good. The last song on the album, To Be Counted Among Men, right when it starts off, that guitar part, played without Connor's singing, would make me think it's a Jeff Tweedy song. But then his voice comes in and it fits nicely with the song. And even though you know what I said about the meaning of the ritual, fitting is a good closer, this song also is a really good closer. It's slow, it's pretty, there's some good lyrics, and it's just a good song. So that's the album. Overall, I really liked it. He's a really talented songwriter once again, and he can also write some pretty catchy melodies and stuff like that. I look forward definitely to seeing what they're capable of, because they're generating some buzz over in Ireland, obviously, big time. And I think that buzz is going to catch over to some other places. Plus, this is just a strong album all around. Some of the songs, for their structure and sort of traditional song structures and melodies, do go a little long into the 4.5, 5 minute range. But other than that, I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. Just, he's great at writing lyrics, like a Jeff Tweedy, with heart, like a Justin Vernon with heart. And I'm not saying that his music sounds like Jeff Tweedy. This music doesn't sound like Wilco or anything like that, or even Bon Iver. But I sort of throw him in that same kind of category as talented songwriter. So definitely suggest it. Go check out this one. It's on Domino Records. And once again, that's Becoming a Jackal by Villagers. So I'm Rory Sullivan. This has been Track by Track Reviews. See you next week.